Well, I don't know the details about that reassessment and different things like that. What I do know is this, and that is when a taxing jurisdiction first confronts the legislation that I'm going to be signing after next session, it will come as a surprise to them in their budgeting processes. And what it will lead to is more responsible budgeting. The state of Texas has to live within spending limits. We have to make decisions every single session. Are we going to spend here, or are we going to subtract what we're spending there? And I know through that decision-making process, it's tough, but it has to be done constitutionally. The same thing can be done, whether it be at a county, city, or other level.
So let me ask you, today the Cook Political Report shifted the Texas Senate race to a toss-up, and shifted your race from solid Republican to likely Republican. Why do you think that is, and why do you think that, do you think that data centers had something to do with that, the whole controversy over it? And what do you say about Gina Hinojosa's new ad accusing you of selling out Texans when it comes to data centers?
So first of all, listen, in the summer 4 years ago when Beto was running against me, we were neck and neck in polls, and that turned out to be a double-digit win. Let me tell you what I'm doing on data centers, because I've actually done more than any governor in the United States of America of providing a detailed, comprehensive structure for data centers in our state. First is I have halted any new data center approvals pending an audit to find out all kinds of information about how they operate. Second, I provided guardrails and guidelines that all data centers must follow and are now following. Number one is they cannot take water that's needed for local communities. They cannot take power that's needed for the power grid. They must operate in a way that lowers the cost of electricity, and they must not disturb local neighborhoods or local residents in rural parts of the state of Texas.
Why not call for a special session, as Democrats want you to do? Why not do that on data centers?
As you know, I've requested that the ERCOT as well as for the PUC to gather data. What ERCOT was trying to do was try to make decisions about adding 5 times more power to the grid than what they currently are providing. That obviously is impossible to do. But even worse, the PUC had requested data and information from all power grid operators and all that wanted to add on to the power grid about how much power they would be using, how much water they would be using. And they got less than 10% response. That would be like giving you a 100-piece puzzle and say, fix this puzzle using only 9 pieces. It's impossible to do. So right now it's impossible for ERCOT or the PUC to know exactly what information they need to put the pieces of the puzzle together. That same information is needed by legislators before decisions can be made about the pathway forward. When we get all the information, which will take months, we will be able to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. But here's the important part, Jack, and that is what I have done is working. The guidelines and guardrails that I've established are now universally adopted across the state of Texas. And what that means is there are, for one, no new data centers coming on board. For another, every data center operating in the state of Texas is fully following the guidelines and guardrails that I've established, which are the most comprehensive and detailed of any state in the United States.
So what was your reaction when you saw the bulldozers in Big Bend? And I know you said yesterday that you had been speaking to the Homeland Security team and Homeland Security Secretary for several months now. And why did it get to that point, do you think? And while you were on the phone with the DHS Secretary, did you have a chance to ask him about when the state's going to be reimbursed the $11 billion for your border security efforts?
So as it concerns my discussions with the Secretary of Homeland Security, they traced back several months ago. And the conversation was always along the lines. They would not be building any border wall. They would not be building any fence. And so when I saw those bulldozers, I called the Secretary and said, hey, what's going on here? And he recommitted very strongly. They were not going to build any border wall or any fence. I did also have the chance to visit with him about refunding the state of Texas. And we made great progress on achieving exactly that, with hopefully an announcement to be coming sometime in the future.
Have you talked to the
Okay,
president?
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.